Bürgenstock is an iconic mountain in Lucerne where you can have excellent views of the city, you can have very luxurious experiences, you can have almost free experiences, and over there we're going to go on an authentically Swiss experience. Of course, in this travel guide you will learn all about it and more, because this is Switzerland Insider. My name is Greg. Welcome to Bürgenstock. Now, the first thing you want to do when you arrive at Bürgenstock is head on to this terrace. From here you have an amazing view of Mount Rigi, but also the city of Lucerne, and you can see the action on Lake Lucerne too. The best thing about this platform is you don't have to pay access for it, so basically all you have to pay for is to come up here. One of the most popular ways to get to Bürgenstock from Lucerne is by taking the Bürgenstock ferry. It's not just any ferry, it looks futuristic and feels like something out of a science fiction movie. It's a really cool experience and a perfect way to kick off your trip. After the ferry, you'll hop on a funicular that takes you all the way to the top. Together, the round trip will cost you 90 Swiss francs at full fare. It's a bit pricey, but in my eyes, it's definitely worth the scenic experience. Now, this is a time where the Swiss half-fare card would pay off. If you're looking for something cheaper, you can take the train to Stansstad and then the post bus. It's less than 20 Swiss francs for a round trip. And if you're driving, parking at the top is about 4 Swiss francs an hour, making it super convenient too. Now that you have soaked in those breathtaking views, it's time to explore a bit more. You can visit the Bürgenstock Resort. This place is all about luxury. There's also a souvenir shop where you can head out onto a glass balcony, which is quite a cool experience. And if you're feeling really indulgent, you can rent out the entire hotel spa for just under 20,000 Swiss francs. But if that's not your thing, you can take the scenic ridge hike that leads to the famous Hammetschwand elevator. This is an outdoor elevator that takes you up to even more beautiful views. Most people enjoy the Bürgenstock ridge hike as a round trip. You start with the regular ridge hike that takes you to the Hammetschwand elevator. Once there, you take this outdoor elevator up for 15 Swiss francs one way or 18 return. Now, when you're underway, you will always encounter places like this where there are no trees and you have unobstructed views of Lake Lucerne and the city. And I want to take this opportunity right now to have a short break and tell you about my Lucerne travel guide I've created for you. In there are super 2-hour sightseeing tour of Lucerne, okay? There are all the mountains, Rigi, Pilatus, Stanzerhorn, information about them, relevant links about them. In fact, the entire guide is filled with relevant links, so you don't have to go through all the hassle to Google search everything. Restaurant recommendations, hotel recommendations. I've put in 5-day itineraries, and you can purchase this travel guide, linked in the description. I highly recommend it because like this, you truly get the inside the feel of Lucerne. Now I am here at the Hammetschwand elevator, the Hammetschwand Lift, and it's actually quite old. It's over 100 years old already, and I think design-wise it looks absolutely cool. And you have to think, back then this was an engineering marvel. So back then, when it was the Belle Epoque, okay, that was 100 years ago, tourism came to Switzerland, people came for the good air, and they still come today. So we had a lot of luxury, okay? There used to be a luxury hotel on Mount Rigi, okay? All the Lucerne, all the lakefront promenade, they're all luxury hotels, all dated back to this Belle Epoque. And also Bürgenstock was one of those places like this. And so what people actually wanted to do as well a bit was, of course, go for a walk, okay, do a little bit of physical activity. But when you are here like this, you can see there's a cliff down there. It's a bit difficult, so they created all of this so you can come up here and have this wonderful view. And right at this very point, this is the very best view of Bürgenstock you can actually get. it's really amazing. And just to go on here on this platform, you can even come for free if you like. You can walk up here. There are two main ways to walk. One is about 40 minutes, mainly through a forest, or you can walk over an hour past the Hotel Villa Honeck, which is the one with the famous infinity pool that went viral a couple years ago. And I have some food and a drink. Okay, I've got a coffee, and this is a carrot cake. We eat this quite a lot in Switzerland. Over there, this was the view you've already seen quite often and a lot. And what we do have here is the valley that leads down and then up to Engelberg and Mount Titlis. Okay, this is the canton of Nidwalden down here. This is a canton that normally people don't really visit. But of course, we will do that together on this channel as well at some later point. Over there, this mountain there, we've got Stanzerhorn, okay? And basically all the mountains are sort of here in Lucerne a bit together, and you can choose which one you want to go up. It's a truly exciting experience. I really enjoyed it and I recommend it to you. Thank you very much for watching and see you around in Switzerland. Bis bald und tschüss.